is backslash and question mark. Quotation, you can see here, new line, slash n means new line, horizontal tab, this vertical tab, backspace. Backspace is moving one character to the front. The bell alert is /a, form feed is /f. When we start writing the programs, we'll learn more about these. Okay, let's talk about the arrays. It's very important in C language. Array means it's an identifier. We know identifier is a variable to store one value, but when you want to store a lot of values of certain types, we use arrays. So definition is collection of data items with the same name. It can be a group of integers, group of characters, group of strings. These are examples. How array is represented is, see, A square bracket 10 means this is an array A of 10 elements. 10 is called the index or subscript. It starts with 0 to 9. When you say A of 10, we say A of 10 means 0 to 9 or the index. A is the array name, 10 elements. For example, this is how we use the assignment. This is a statement, this is data type, this is variable, it's an array, different elements, 0, 1, 2 till 9 we are storing in. So A of 3 will be character 2, this one, this number 2. A of 0 is 0, A of 1 is 1, A of 8, A of 9. These will be used in program in different ways, Next we'll move on how the actual array is stored, Array is a group of data, and data management in C is very important, how you store the data. So while writing a program, you have to calculate how much storage is needed, do some evaluation, and then start writing the algorithm, flowchart, and the program. Let's see, if an array has n elements, say 10 elements, the subscript ranges from 0 to n minus 1. So if it's 10, this will be 9, 0 to 9, that's the 9 we see here. These are different examples. Integer arrays, int a of 3 equal to, first number is 25, this is the a of 0, a of 1, a of 2. And this statement is called a declarations because you're declaring the values inside an array or values, Character arrays store character data or strings. So character A1 is the character array name, A1 of 0 is hi, A1 of 1 is how, A1 of 2 is or. And there are one-dimensional arrays, multi-dimensional arrays. We'll talk about it later, later lessons. Next important thing we need to learn about is what are the operators, mathematical operators we use. Plus, minus, star, this is a division, percentage. And next is expressions. Expressions is, for example, this is an expression, A equal to B plus C plus D, where these are the variables which are defined. Average equal to S1 plus S2 plus S3 by 3. This is the average, to find the average of 3 numbers. These are 3 numbers. This whole thing is called a statement or an expressions. Expressions are inside the statement. Next is symbolic constants. We use this at the start of the program to define certain things we'll be using in the rest of the program. For example, the most common is pound define, hash include. These are the most commonly used. Hash define, the circumference of a circle, the 2 pi r, that pi is 3.14 actual value. So it's a constant, it's not changing, it will be constant forever, So it will be, instead of using the number each time, we put a variable name, okay, pi equal to 3.14. Then rest of the program will use the pi value. And C compiler will automatically replace the values. So when you write a program, the C compiler goes and translates everything into C statements actually. It will replace this with some C statements internally. That's how it works. Let's look into more operators. This is minus. Plus means it's a plus, addition. Minus means subtraction. That's how it's used in the C language, C program. The main important thing is, instead of writing a5 equal to a5 plus 1, you can write a5 plus plus. C knows that it has to increase the value of a5 by 1, short notation. So the lines of code, instead of 1000, it will be reduced to 100 because you're replacing this. Whenever there is plus plus, C compiler knows you have to add 1 to the value. When we start writing programs, you'll understand all this. Negative 75, negative 82, these are some examples of integers. Next, we'll talk about the relational operators. How you saw an expression here, right? And you can use these relational operators in the expressions. Like if average equal to 5, do this. If average equal to 10, do this, like that. That's where the loop control comes. We'll talk about all this later. Some examples, these are the operators: less than, or equal to, greater than, or equal to, or not equal to. Not is like exclamation and equal, not operator. Examples: A greater than B. If A greater than B, do this thing, else do this thing. This is called true or false, which is Boolean operator. We saw the mathematical operators in last lesson. True or false: true means 1, false means 0. And the logical operators, ampersand means and. These two slash means or. For example, there will be an expression like this, and then an ampersand. Example is here. D1 equal to 100 and B1 greater than or equal to 7, do this. If not, do that. Same thing, F3 less than or equal to 5, it's an expression, or D1 equal to 35. This equal to is not, 35 is not assigned here. We are checking if D1 equal to 35. So two equal signs. There is a difference between one equal sign and two. This one equal sign, you are assigning the values to one variable. Two equal sign, you are checking if condition. And last operator for now is assignment operator. We already saw this a little bit. Equal to. P1 equal to P2 plus 100. S12 equal to high. So this value is assigned to this variable. So in this lessons we talked about different operators. We'll discuss more in the future lessons. Bye. Hi, today we will talk about the C language operators, precedence. There are several operators in C language, and any expression is given, the order of the operations, which evaluates first, which evaluates second in an expression. So we'll talk about this today. There is a unary operator. Unary means single. So the minus sign, plus plus, minus minus, exclamation, size of operators. These are all unary operators. Those take the first precedence. So in an expression, if there is a plus plus sign, that will happen first. That will evaluate first. or any of these, if there is an exclamation